What's up, homies? Nameless here with a brand new video. Today, I'm going to talk about roster changes. Okay, so most of you guys may know what went down with a couple of the rosters over the last week or so. There's been a lot of confusion and a lot of hoopla, a lot of rumors going on out there. The Reddit, shout out to the Reddit. I read you guys all the time. I lurk the Reddit. So if any of you guys are watching this, don't be mean to me. I'm a nice person. And I like you guys, for the most part. But anyways, I know there's a lot of rumors going out there and stuff, so I want to clear up a little bit of information because you guys know just as much as we do. Except, like I said, the rumors floating around. So basically, start with step one. Damon, my friend, he really just didn't get along with the guys in EG. You know, it happens all the time in professional sports and everything. Players just don't get along with their teammates. And Damon just really wanted to opt out of EG. He really didn't want to play with them, and he just didn't like the overall, just the mindset and just the relationship between the players. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's still cool with Teep. It was just he didn't really get along with the other two. So Damon opted out, and he went on Twitter and he said he doesn't want to be on EG. He refused to play for them. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened with Damon, and that puts everything at a standstill. So basically, EG has them contracted, and EG gets to decide what's going to happen with that. So Damon can't just leave the team and go to Optic or go to any team he wants. He has to, one, EG has to agree to it. Two, Damon would have to get traded to that team anyways because of the Season 3 regulations. And it's just a lot of factors that weigh in that's not going to allow that. So Damon was pretty much the cause of all the stuff that was going to happen. He pretty much created all this drama. Like, it wasn't really Damon's fault, but like him not wanting to be on the team created all the roster hoopla and everything because Optic wasn't going to go after anybody else besides him because he's such a talented player that of course people are going to want to get him on their team. So since he's not going to be able to make a change or do anything, there's not going to be any roster changes. I mean, there might be, like Parasite just got benched, I'll get into that in a second, things like that, but there won't be any major roster changes because EG will not allow Damon to leave. So, with that being said, Damon not leaving will cause all these rosters to stay the same. Now, what does that do for us, for the ELD fans out there? Now, Envy, we are going to be, pretty much the only team that is like an actual team going into this next event, so it's really going to help us out. And I mean, I know that all these players are talented and whatever, but when you do try to make roster changes, you don't want to play your teammates, it's really going to take a toll on your chemistry and your overall performance at events. So Optic trying to make a change, EG trying to make a change, FaZe trying to bench Parasite. All these teams are our prime competition, so to speak. I mean, other than like Denial and Optic Nation, but all those teams are like our pretty good competition, and they're all like crumbling. Like, I'm literally just watching them crumble. So I mean, if any of you guys on those teams are watching my video, I mean, I thank you. But like I said, pretty much no roster changes are going to happen, guys, so you can stop going crazy on Twitter about it. The only way a roster change will happen is if EG allows Damon to leave, but if they don't allow him to leave, he's going to have to finish out the season with them. And we only got 2 months left to this game anyways, so I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll probably decide to just finish out with them. But that's between EG and Damon. I just want to let you guys know, because I keep getting tweets all the time, like, is your roster staying the same? What's going on with all these rosters? Oh my god, Rostermania, yada, yada, yada. It's not going to happen, guys. It's matured to the level where players can't just leave their teams, and you can't just make transactions as you will. The players aren't doing the things, the owners, and it's being regulated, and the owners are handling everything, and it's really good, and I like it. So that's pretty much update on that. Now I want to get into Parasite being benched. A lot of you guys tweet me saying, how did you deal with Parasite and all this stuff. Parasite needs a certain type of teammate. Now, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and say that he's a good teammate or that he can be worked with or anything like that. It's just he needs certain types of teammates. Like, I feel like him and Doug are such opposite people mentality-wise and just even in game and everything that they just clash heads. And Parasite's the type of guy who needs to think, not necessarily needs to think he has full control of the team. So I mean, when he was on our team with me, Kill, and Mir, I think he, even though that team broke up, I feel like we were able to balance out because Chris would say something like try to get us to do something, and we would just we would acknowledge it, but we wouldn't really like banter with him back and forth. We would just acknowledge it, soak it in, and just be like, all right, Chris, whatever. But like that's the type of player he is. Like he's a good player. You'll get good statistics and good teamwork out of him. It's just his communication is sometimes bad, and his overall attitude just like brings the team down sometimes. So I think even though Chris is a very good friend of mine, I think benching him for season 3 was the right move, and I agree with Doug because Chris needs to be reality checked. He needs to come down to earth and start to realize that these teammates need to be respected. He needs to respect his teammates. He needs to be a team player and start uplifting that attitude. Because I mean, if you ever watch their stream or any team Chris has been on, it's just constant arguments and it's really just stressful to watch. So I actually agree with them mentioning him now. How long that'll last, I don't know. I know Dito doesn't agree with that, and I know that Chris wants to play still. So we'll see how that happens. I don't think they're going to do too well with the sub. It's kind of hard to play with the subs you draft versus these pro teams who have been playing. So I'm pretty sure they might bring him back on, but definitely benching him was the right move. It just depends on where they go from this and if Chris soaks in why they benched him and if Sensor can accept his apology, if he decides to apologize. Now, if I'm Chris in this situation, I apologize to my team and I try to, learn and get better and learn from it, even if I despise them because I want to finish out season 3 because there's $50,000 on the line. But knowing Chris, he's a very stubborn guy, we might not see that happen. So, obviously, I want them to keep him benched because it's less competition. I mean, I like the more comp, but I mean, if these teams want to beat themselves, so be it. But anyways, it's going to do it for these roster changes and everything. I just wanted to update you guys, clear up a few things, what went down, what's happening. And yeah, so I'm going to be streaming some league matches tonight. We're going to be playing Noble. We have one match that was rescheduled. And then I'll be uploading some more videos here or there. And about the G3 footage, that stuff got corrupted on my laptop. I told you guys that. There's still some footage, some salvaged footage at the on the camera, Stroh's camera that's upstairs. So I might, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, I promise you, I'm going to take that footage, I'm going to put it at the end of the next vlog. I'm going to just, I'm going to outro my video, and then it's going to be at the end of the next vlog. So definitely look out for that. But as always, peace.